So if you're having a health emergency, you'd likely head to the ER or call 911. But imagine being told you may have to wait for days before you're able to see a doctor.
And that's exactly what a local mom tells us happened with her daughter last week. So she reached out to Leah Shields for answers.
This sign will point you in the right direction of where you can get help. But what happens when you get to the emergency room and they actually can't help you right then and there, telling you you're going to have to wait? Two parents are bringing attention to this process.
I think if she broke her foot, if we were having a heart attack, if I was having a baby, the help would have been there 24/7.
This is where Tracy Worstner sits when her 15-year-old daughter is having a mental health crisis, close enough to her daughter's room to check in often. This is where she was last Sunday.
We woke up and she's like crying, screaming. We're like, what? And she made some statements that really made us uncomfortable. We couldn't console her or anything. And then we finally said, let's just take her down because there's something more that I can't control and she needs help beyond what we can give her.
She took her to Baptist Health emergency room.
I'd rather be here than in morgue.
11 a.m., check in. 11:45, triage. 2 p.m., ER doctor comes by and refers her to psych. 8:30 p.m., Worstner says she was told that the psychiatrist is not in on weekends. It could be Monday afternoon before she actually sees the doctor who can help her.
And we came home and we sat with her and she finally fell asleep, but we sat outside her room and we've been on pins and needles.
A familiar feeling for another local mom who is not publicly sharing her name. She doesn't want her daughter to be identified.
My 15-year-old daughter attempted suicide. She cut her wrist, took her to Baptist South.
They waited more than 30 hours in the ER and says they too never saw a psychiatrist.
And to know, like, it's been almost a year now, and that they still haven't done anything.
A Baptist Health spokesperson says they have a mental health evaluator which reviews each case with the on-call psychiatrist. If a child is experiencing a mental health crisis, they advise you to call 911 or take the child to the nearest Wolfson Children's Emergency Center. But as for the wait, they say wait times may be higher because of COVID. Worstner's daughter finally got an appointment 4 days later.
How do you tell your child, the help I wanted isn't here right now?
These moms want mental health emergencies treated as quickly as medical emergencies. Leah Shields, First Coast News, on your side.